Okay, fine. Now I can see myself. Comrades, good afternoon. Demi as always. Nze Demi Kiza, wendi wano ku Kyoto. Kyoto is hot and hot and hot and hot. Thank you everybody. Thank you for the co-host. Thank you JB Mwonge. Thank you all those platforms. We need them now. Okay? Now, the news that I have for you, they might be old news, but they are news. Number one, Pato is out. Okay, he's out of jail, but was given 31 days to leave Turkey. So we have to find a way for him to be safe. News number two, Uganda is out of the red zone. So those who live in diaspora, especially who live in UK, you can be able to travel to Uganda, you can come back, and you won't have any repercussion, any problem that you used to have as before. And the other news, Uganda so far, they have vaccinated 2.2 million plus. That is within from March until today. And we had a youth day 2 days before, but unfortunately, I asked myself whether they understand it. On the council, we have the youth. So the youth should be included they should be included onto the iPod. So what do I have to say to you today? Saturday is going to be Independence. Olay! Have we got something to celebrate? No. Uganda got its independence on 9th, 1962. 9th of October, 1962. And we requested all our colonies to leave Uganda. And they left. When they left us Mulago Hospital. By that time, our population was about 5 million, 1962. Now we are 45 millions, bulging big, but Uganda is smaller, the population is big. So the biggest question, really, I'm gonna try and be brief, because we can't go into the details. We can spend here 100 days talking about what has gone wrong, what is wrong in Uganda. So if we can ask ourselves, have we got something to celebrate? Question number two, accountability. Question number three, you who is going to celebrate, is it customary that every year we celebrate independence? Now we have seen they have got a ceremony prepared in Kororo. But fellow Ugandans, let me take you back and see how Uganda has lost money. We had Museveni swearing in for one day for 7 billion. We had people who went to Dubai Expo, 3 billion. Now on Saturday, lots of billions they are going to be spent. Have we got something to celebrate? Fellow Ugandans, I was a very, very little baby when Amin left Uganda. But I have grown up to learn that Amin on evidence is better than Museveni. Okay? I mean it. I have grown up to learn that Amin is better than Museveni. I'm not making up. Evidence says up. I was born on the generation of Idi Amin, born shortly before he left. And I have grown up to know what Amin has done for Uganda and what Museveni has not done for Uganda. Let us look at these simple basic things. Where did Museveni leave our education? Is it any better? Is it good for purpose? Is it accessible? Is it affordable? Is it universal? Is it quality? The answer is no, 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 no. What we have dilution. We have education which is diluted. We have education that is below standard. We send our children to school, but the quality is bad. The people in Uganda we have, the quality is bad. And that entertains people to talk down education or to put down education. Our health. People, they are dying very young. The significant answer is about life expectancy. People, they die so young. When you lose people for young, it's not because God has wanted. There is those which are unavoidable. Look at 19 women dying every day. Look at 330 children dying every day. Look at 21 people dying through brutality. Unacceptable, fellow Ugandans. We need to get on the deck. We need really to be honest to ourselves. Uganda empya oba Uganda enkadde. Our theme for our manifesto is New Uganda. We need New Uganda. New Uganda is waiting to take over this rotten regime. Bad education, bad health, no job creation. We are exporting Ugandans to Arabic country. We are expecting Ugandans to go and work somewhere else. Yet we have Ugandans who are knowledgeable and who have got loads of skills. Imagine if we can bring back those people. This is what Bobby Wine said before going into campaign, that he's going to interest all the Ugandans living in diaspora. They come back in Uganda and work. But he is not going to interest them to come back to Uganda. He's going to match their wages. He's going to interest them. He's going to persuade them. Because if you are in the UK and you are earning £1,000, and in Uganda, you're going to have free house, free food, and then they give you something like 6 million. Why wouldn't you go back to Uganda? That is what we call sensible employment. That is what we call decent jobs. So the new Uganda is waiting. New Uganda is waiting to take leadership. We don't want to see what we saw in Dubai. We continue to be exposed. We continue to be embarrassed. Uganda is no longer a joke. Uganda is not something that you can entangle or you can interest yourself. We see now, we talk about Ugandans, it's like, yes, I'm from Uganda. No, the new Uganda is waiting that Ugandans, they're going to come, they're going to stand up and say, I come from Uganda. I come from Lusakara Mese. I come from Gulu. I come from Kasese. People, they say, what is Kasese? You say in Uganda as quickly as possible, not without a pause. So we need a new Uganda is waiting. We are a new Uganda waiting to take over power now. We are waiting to take over what Museveni has not done, what he has failed. For 35 years, Museveni didn't have any cutters of standing in front of Arabics and say, African leaders, Dubai has been, a desert has been turned into something so wonderful. But he doesn't take the blame. That is what a new Uganda is waiting. Take over Uganda, bring younger entrepreneurs, develop them, support them, fund them. What Uganda they call boo-boo. You support your younger entrepreneur, so you don't give money. You don't give money to investors. Any investor who comes to Uganda should be able to maintain themselves, not give them road. They should be able to bring healthy competition, business. They should be able to employ Ugandans 99.9. That is the condition you have to give them. They should be able to pay minimum wage. They should be able to contribute to the taxes. And they should be able to obey what Ugandan is. They should be able to develop, not to bring a competition that phases out these people who sell buvera, these people who sell peanuts. No, that is not what we want. But a new Uganda is waiting because we want to make a change. A new Uganda is waiting because Museveni has made it possible for a new Uganda to be waited. Because first of all, if things they have not gone well. So what can we do? Sit and watch? Museveni have got people, entertainers. Museveni has got people who are apologists. Museveni has got people who are PR. Museveni has got liars. Museveni has got hitman. If you refuse, they'll hit you. If you want to listen, they will spice you. If you want, he's got bloggers association, he's got propagandists, he's got everybody to come and tell lies. But however, fortunately, one thing that I like, Ugandans are very, very smart. Now everybody can see what's going on. Everybody now feels the pinch. So a new Uganda is waiting. Okay? Now Pam is asking, what independence? Surely, what independence? When these colonials were in Uganda, the purpose was for them to go, then we take over. When we take over, we start doing things the way they were doing, we progress, we develop, and then we go ahead. Sincerely, what is happening? Did you know that the police of Uganda was set up by the British colony? Is it 1890 something? Until today, we are still on their system. But then they took down colonials. So, what independence? What have we got to celebrate? They gave us Mulago Hospital. Everybody calls Mulago. No, every Mulago is in Kampala. The other is Masaka Hospital, Kaliso Health Center, Gulu, what. But Mulago is in Kampala. Mulago Hospital, which was given to us, we were 5 million. Until today, that is what we have today. So what independence? Are we independent from poverty? Are we independent from dictatorial regime? Are we independent from slavery? Are we independent from being jobless? Are we independent from poverty? So at this time, 59 years, I'm not 59 years. Not many Ugandans, they are 59 years because the biggest population is under 35, under 40, 20%, no 50%. They've got nothing to celebrate. They don't know anything to celebrate. If we have got something to celebrate, you can apply for your ID. You get it within 2 days. You don't need to go and collect all these documents. If you can celebrate something, our children should be able to access education, which is affordable, quality, and universal. If we have something to celebrate, there will be loads and loads and loads of jobs. If we have something to celebrate, Uganda would have adequate facilitated hospitals. If we had something to celebrate, no Uganda would go abroad to work, forced to go abroad and work. People in Uganda, they would go to work on their wish. But now people, they are forced. They are doing jobs that even in Uganda, people, they can't do. So if we have something to celebrate, we should have good roads. We should have 4 lanes. The minimum going to Masaka, 4 lanes on the left, 4 lanes on the right. What we have carriage. We don't even have dual carriage. What we have is carriage way. So if we have something to celebrate, the ghetto, the Katwe, all these slums would be down. If we had something to celebrate, we would have free and fair election. If we had something to celebrate, Robert Kyagulanyi should be the president of Uganda now because he was elected by 54.1. So what have we got to celebrate? Our young people, they are dying 330 every day. Women, they die 19 every day. Now children, they die 333 every day. What have we got to celebrate really? On Saturday, we don't have anything to celebrate. Now listen to this. Did you know that in Kenya, every time they celebrate their independence, there is something to show. There is something to show. And then whenever They want to celebrate. They go to that place. But we in Uganda is full of guns. It's full of guns. That is what we are going to see. Guns salute. But in actual sense, do we have something to celebrate when our brothers and sisters, they are dying in prison? When people, they go to bed hungry. So that brings me my second point. It should be accountability. Museveni doesn't want to hear this. Dictators, they don't want to hear this. People, they don't want to hear this. But for me, I want to hear this because I want to be accountable for our constitution says everybody in the office of power should be able to give accountability for their duties. Now, how many people they can give us accountability? Matia Kasaja, can you give us accountability how the 3 billion was spent and who brought you the bill? Betty Kamia, you are now the IGG. Can you tell us how that money was spent? Nakalema Judith, you are for corruption in what? Can you tell us where that money was spent? All that demo we saw on Dubai, can we see how that money was spent? Is that worth 3 billion? Did we need, when Rwanda, when Kenya, they were demonstrating something so difficult, so magnificent? So accountability is going to be a big part because in the new Uganda waiting, we are going to be listeners and doers to good governance. And the good governance is about accountability, transparency, participatory, rule of law, effectiveness, and efficiency. So if we are talking about accountability and we talk about efficiency, what is the quality Museveni has done? The roads, they make them today, they go. Anything, they have phased out so many things. I remember there was UTC, Uganda Transport Corporation. Where is it gone, which was affordable for people? And if it is gone, what have we replaced it with? Our railway, what have we replaced it with? They are telling us they are going to build the cities, cable cars in Kampala and flyovers. So what have we got to celebrate? Uganda, Kampala is very congested. Uganda is so divided. If you live in Lusakara Mese, you live in the dead end. You have to come to Uganda, to Kampala to get some job. But we want the new Uganda which is waiting. We are going to distribute everything equally. This is what our manifesto says. People-centered government. Access to all public services. Now, Museveni, accountability. What accountability can you give us? Museveni is number one. I'm going to take down for accountability. 99.9. But that 0.01, I'm going to take down Matia Kasaja. Because Matia Kasaja gives all this money away. Matia Kasaja should be Museveni as a president, you elect your cabinet. When you elect your cabinet, you must have meetings every week. How many pressers you have every week? And you call them, Amini was a primary 3. So was calling these interviews. You call your ministers, you ask them, youth are change, you have what? Vaccinated 2.2 million people. How are we going to complete the 45? Ask Matia Kasaja, why is the shilling inflated? Our money, when you look at our money, shilling is inflated. Being that you get $3,000 is not good news. Look at Kenya, their exchange rates. I was in Rwanda, was it 208? And to go there to get this, their money is in Mafaranga, what? My God. Our money doesn't have a value. Have we got something to celebrate? So accountability, people are going to be accountable, they like it or not. They say when we say this, they will not give us power. But I've got one warning for you. People, power will overcome. People power will overcome. Serunkuma is out of jail after 10 months. Serunkuma was in jail, but he was elected. Karyango was in jail, he was elected. We can see so many people what you are doing. Still people, they are standing up. But we need to get up, fellow Ugandans. This is my joke. We need to get up. They have the guns. We shall have the people power with us. And we shall get there. But do we have something to celebrate, really? There is nothing to celebrate. Amini left 28 aeroplanes. I don't know by their description, Boeing, whatever. 28! And then by 1992-93, Uganda Airline was gone. Then the cargo Uganda Airline was expelled because it couldn't meet the standards. As for now, we have Bombardier. Bombardier, it ran out. It ran out what? It ran out to fuel in Tanzania. Bombardier has got losses. Now they have joined hands with the Emirates. It has started flying it to Dubai. But that plane was meant, it has got seats 249. It took 81 passengers. So the loss is about 148. Sometimes they make it up. Okay, let me see. When you say Besije, your crew continues zigzag. The truth is that Ugandan spoke knowing. Well, that is very. What happened? I couldn't believe my eyes. But it's gonna be for further discussion. What Bestige and the rest of group they did is. I'm not going to talk about that now. So accountability. We look at accountability. Can Janet Museveni be accountable for the time she has been a Minister of Education? Can Museveni be accountable the time he has been a Minister of Education? Can they be accountable? For them to celebrate, they must be accountable. For them to celebrate, like Namboze comrade came and told us that women, they no longer die in her constituency because she has provided 4 ambulances. There is no ambulance. We saw what when Katumba was shot. We saw what happened. What can Museveni come and tell us what happened to our economy? They tell us we are going to get in middle income. What happened to our economy? What is happening to our agriculture? For us to see what was presented in Expo, when agriculture is one of the biggest contribution to our economy. Fellow Ugandans, we have nothing to celebrate. Accountability is not there. The new Uganda is waiting. What we have to do, we have to ditch the habit of customary celebration. We have to stop this with celebrating all the time. We have to celebrate. We have to stop. Ditch celebrating customary. Independence. Then about music. Then no. Yes, we are human beings. We can get that flavor, enjoying that music. Good. But let us ditch it. It doesn't mean anything. We have to get something to celebrate for. Fellow Ugandans, the government of Museveni has proved is not going to give us anything to celebrate. I listened to Honorable Namboze when she said Museveni doesn't want Uganda to happy. Since I heard it, I knew it. But now I'm collecting more and more evidence on that clip that Museveni doesn't want Ugandans to be happy. At this moment, you find young people, they are unemployed. They don't have, they are frustrated. And once they complain, people, they don't understand why people, they complain. They say, oh, but they are being rude. No! In fact, singa babavuma, it's better. Abaana abato bakole batya tebalina mirimu. Ogenza osome tewali mirimu. They feel embarrassed. They want to be independent. They can't be independent. Fellow Ugandans, let us ditch the problem, the customary celebration. We cannot go on like this. Next year is going to be 60 years. Uganda being independent, then we celebrate. No, let us put up a fight out there. Let us go social media and say there is nothing to celebrate. Let us let the people in the village, independence, you are not independent. Let us tell them how the new Uganda waiting is going to be, how every independent is going to be. We have seen we have a very good leader in Kyagulanyi Robert. How progressive, what he has done to Semakokiro, what he has done in his life, what he has done in business. That is the sort of person you can trust yourself with your country. But now we have seen these people where they have taken us. They have destroyed Uganda. I can't believe it. Now they have started the land again. I can't believe how they want Ugandans to be squeezed out. I think the next thing they're going to complain, they're going to take away the water from Uganda. I saw a very good video from Cairo. They are going to build a second city. They have a lot to show. Don't forget Cairo, they don't have water. But even they have listed how much water liters they're going to be spending per day. But for us who have got good weather and the source of River Nile and Lake Victoria, we cannot even talk about that. It was quite very, very embarrassing. So we have to stop. We have to stop being taken by this celebration. Ugandans for now, after being independent for 59 years, we should be celebrating a lot. First of all, we should have good schools. Children, they should be in school. First of all, in the lockdown, children should have access to education. Now we should have hospitals. NUP manifesto promises to have regional hospital at every sub-county. What has NRM done? And it's possible, fellow Ugandans, this is not spicing. This is not propaganda. It is possible. Everything is possible when you have a will to do it. Everything is impossible if you don't have the will. And that is what we see from this President Museveni and his coroners. They don't want to try. They don't want to do it because they believe if they do it for you, they will not be in power. But you know what? For me, I'm a good competitor. If I believe I'm good, I'm not scared to put myself on the plate. You come with level, then we see who is better. So, Museveni doesn't have anything to show to Ugandans. That is a sad news. Museveni doesn't have anything to show, and he's hiding away. He's hiding in the gun. When Fred Lumbiye talks, then he connects with the Turkey government. Then poor man, they put him, thanks in jail. They put him into prison. If you can't be in a hot kitchen, don't put on your oven. But fellow Ugandans, until we get into the habit of stopping to celebrate, for me, I'm sort of a difficult person. It's difficult to please me. This is why you don't hear me saying to people, calling them Mr., Missy, Honorable, Auntie, Uncle. You must do it. Then I see in you, then I start. But we stand here. Museveni has not done anything for Uganda. We stand here. Uganda has had presidents before. We have got President Idi Amin. Everything is on record. Whatever he left is whatever is there. I've woken up this morning. I enjoyed my breakfast when I was listening to Jaffa Makanga. When he took me back to those old days, when he talked about what Uganda was, when he talked about the UTC, the cooperative, I don't want to spoil his message, but that was full blaster. I advise people, go and watch it. I think it's titled Obatuzukuke. You forgive me, I forgot. Pam just give me that title. People, you need to go and you will listen to that. He's talked very, very. So when you listen to that, what we heard, so what is there? What is there? If you don't look after your best economic contributor, the agriculture, where are you going to get these things? You know, people, you see, let me tell you something. People, they complain. Yes, we complain about this money they give to Uganda, but that money doesn't make any difference. Let me tell you. Uganda, we have something to show that can make Ugandan better. Put us in a new Uganda which is waiting. We're going to tackle agriculture and make it our best income, best contribution to economic growth. In the new Uganda, which is waiting, Uganda MPR led by NUP, we're going to make sure education is is a benchmark for Uganda. In the new Uganda, which is waiting, we're going to make health facilities, workers better and better. We're going to make people who want to come and work in our health facilities. We're going to have even foreigners coming to work in Uganda. In a new Uganda, we are talking about, we are going to create jobs. Our manifesto says they're going to create 5 million. But I said to you, I can create 8 million. Hot potato. When I talk about my second point, accountability. Accountability, there is so many jobs we're going to create for you young people. Those who are working in accounts, those who are working as investigator, in numbers collecting data, those who are going to profile, those who are going to look into what? Lots of jobs. So that we take away from these people, like these people who come and ask you rhetorical questions. Oh, if you boycotted the session, why would you go back? Oh, if you are not NRM, why would you take the cars? No. What we are going to create sensible jobs. We are going to pay people very well. And we are going to buy 8 trains for each area. West 8, East West, North West, South West. Those are jobs. Because we are going to create the people, they are going to be working 8-hour shift. It comes from Sakarwa Mese to Kampala. And those, they will stay there. And then in new staff, they come in. Cleaners, they will be there, serving teas, and the transport will be accessible and affordable. Then we are going to look at housing. We are going to go, Uganda has got so many, all these people were given Namam, they will have to vacate. We have got so many land available, this which government wants to steal. We are going to build housing, affordable housing in every area, not in Kampala. And if we have got something to celebrate, we are going to make a Kampala, we are going to make a new city. Kampala, look at Nigeria. Nigeria, we grew up when we are in class. What is the capital city of Nigeria? Lagos. Now, my children, you ask them, what's the capital city of Nigeria? They tell you, Abuja. Can that happen in Uganda? So the Uganda, the new Uganda, which is waiting, I get envious when I look at the photograph of Kenya, of Tanzania. They have got 4. Now they have got, is it 3 past ex-president and a dead one. And they have got dismissed in as a president. So we are going to have change of what? We are going to retire. We are going to start handing up power peacefully. That is why we are not building up monsters. Monsters. So we are going to the new Uganda which is waiting. Me, I can tell you, we are going to build transport roads very efficient. We are going to come down to accountability, and we catch people on these 2 words, effectiveness and efficiency. Efficiency. Museveni has been in power for 35 years. What can he say? Show. Can Usain Bolt run 100 kilometers for like as long as Chiprotic for marathon? No, effectiveness and efficiency. We're going to bring the new Uganda which is waiting. We're going to put down the elements of good governance. onto the table. Anybody who cannot meet them is going to be sacked. There is no way, Ugandans, you watch football. The moment your team start losing, you say, sack the manager. Why can't I sack the Minister of Finance? Why can't I sack Ruth Acheng? There are so many people who are capable. We must do something in Uganda waiting that is going to keep people motivated. It's going to make people feel like Ugandans. Why would the embassy of Turkey, embassy of Uganda in Turkey, wait to catch people because they support NUP? When they come to renew their what? Their passports, then they can be detained. That is not going to be there. We are going to make everything universal. We are going to have civil servants. When you are a civil servant working in the embassy, you don't have to be a supporter of NRM, but you have to be a Ugandan with equality, with the what? Meeting criteria. We shall never, so the new Uganda which is waiting, we are waiting for accountability. And you know that accountability, we are going to have lots of jobs. We are going to create, okay, on what they spent 3 billion on Dubai Expo. We call people in accounts. We call people in treasury. We call people to look at itinerary. We call people to look at their hospitality. We call people to see the what? Who authorized? Who tendered? Who gave these people what? It's the new Uganda we are waiting. And it's that new Uganda Museveni doesn't want people to hear. It is that new Uganda that Museveni does not want people to talk about. But we have to. I'm telling you, we have to. I'm not like, I know the consequences, but I'd rather die trying. We have to try. The new Uganda which is waiting, we are going to have accountability. Because when accountability is not there, everybody will do whatever they want. The judiciary is not there. Segri and Yasewanyana, they are in prison. We paid 20 millions. Shamim Malende, I want to get into your box. We have to demand that 20 millions because they were not given bail. That is how they are making us poor, collecting money from us. So the Uganda which is waiting, we are going to be accountable. Whether you were leader, whether you were worker, whether you were talker, we are going to be accountable for the start. Without accountability, Uganda is not going to go. How can Museveni, how can NRM be accountable for their 35 years in power? Our independence is coming 59 years. They've been in power 35 years. So for almost 60% of our independence time, they've been in power. Have they got something to show? Apart from saying they will kill your children, they will shoot you, will crush NRM, those pigs, oh, no bail, no hospitals, let them die. Abana kabafune mbuto, ekyo si kikulu emyezi 9. Accountability. You know what? They are running away from accountability. But make no mistake, the new Uganda, me, I'm an activist. I'm not a politician. Activism is my life. Go and find on those people. Anywhere in the whole world there is something, I join in. I'm always on email, I'm always what? I join in. So what we are saying, accountability. We're going to bring everybody accountable. NUP, when we come into power, we are going to bring them accountable for their promise. Then NRM, we are going to bring them accountable for their bad deeds, for their record, what they have done in the parliament, giving people expired milk. We are not going to beat them. We are going to be like the president of Zambia. My comrade, Naiga Joelia, I salute you. You are becoming that foreign personnel. You are giving us, you are feeding us with the information. So we are not going to beat people. We are not bad. Yes, basekate wera bide. Yes, what we are going through is not right. We are not going to beat people. We are not going to take such revenge because we want Uganda to be peaceful. But everybody will be accountable for their deeds. That does not make us that we are bad, because we will be under constitution. We will need that money. We have to stop borrowing. We have to stop borrowing. Every Ugandan born today, tomorrow, yesterday, when you have a debt on your head of 1.5 million. So we have to enter into a new Uganda that will help people earn something. Fortunately, we have agriculture as the big, and we have our biggest population into rural area. So why can't we? We have got our shadow minister, Bwanika Abedi. Bwanika. He knows what agriculture is. We just have to improve. We just see, I had my comrade Jaffa talk about emwanyi, coffee, talk about yayogedde kyono gwe bagula ssente nyingi mitwalo 26 naye tebereza nti Museveni even he intended to put taxes on those coffees, vanilla. So we are going to go back into rural area because majority of our population is in rural. First of all, we are going to start from Gulu. Kubanga abantu balowooza nti Gulu is a hot place, is a dry place. There is nothing to do there. There is a lot. Abaana basomye environment. Let me take them to Gulu. Let me give them competition. How to do this, and you see we are going to transform it in northern Uganda. When Bobby was campaigning, I saw a lot of opportunities of job creation. We are going to start with Gulu. That narrative, Gulu, wali dry, wali chisoboka kubeerayo. No, we are going to start from Gulu. Tulabe nti abantu be Gulu bafune emmere. Then tugenda okudda eno mu south tutandika okukola crisps. Mwalabye oli bwakola amata ag'obulimba. No, we are going to make yogurts. You can see in Uganda, a liter of milk is cheaper than water. How can that be? Did you know how many products I can make from that milk? So we are going to create a lot of jobs. There will be jobs, and those jobs, it means Uganda is going to develop. Those jobs, it means there will be decent jobs. Those jobs will mean no one needs to leave their rural area. And those jobs will mean everybody is happy. So that means we shall be sharing our economic growth. But as we speak, these people, they have got money, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to spend it. They are prisoners as well. They can't go on holiday. They can't go anywhere. They can't use it. The way they dress. We saw how Mr. dressed. That was Mr. Olibubi wardrobe malfunction. Nyo. Ne abana bannapu bamanyi okwambala. In reality, we don't have anything to celebrate. Uganda is bleeding. We have a silent genocide. Uganda is the third poorest country in the whole world. Uganda on human rights, we rank very, very high. Uganda has been eaten up by corruption. People are dying day and night. There is no explanation. Uganda has gone down and down and down. We have opportunity for tourism we are not using for the best, and we are demonstrating we have a government which is not ready to listen. But the new Uganda which is waiting is going to be a listener. You saw when we put our request to the leader of opposition that all NUP they should be on Twitter. They did. That is being a listener. You heard how Joyce Bagala was talking. Bambi achizemba. Joyce Bagala, ochimanyi nakutera yakalango nonziramu. Kati we have tulina bashami Malembe, Bachala, constitutional shadow minister. He's holding their way. Tulina Nkunyingi is doing their work on international ground. So with the new Uganda which is coming is exciting, is interesting. Why it is exciting? When you have a leader, a good leader, he will pick up all these people around him, and that is exactly what has happened. And the new Uganda that we have, we shall be allowed to speak our minds. We shall allow people to exercise their freedom. Now, that old Uganda now, we said no abaana okutunda obunyeebwa, abakazi okufiira mu butale, abaana okufa everyday 3 abakyala okufa 9, economic growth teriiwo, COVID yazze, there is no facilities, we exposed. The new that old Uganda is what we want to get rid of. And we will do get rid of that old Uganda. And the time will become very soon. But the new Uganda which is waiting is very, very exciting. For Ugandans, accountability is big. We shall need to be accountable. We need people to be accountable. Without accountability, this government is how it's failing. Museveni is blaming African leaders. He's blaming his ministers, but he doesn't blame himself. When you want to do accountability, you have to be accountable yourself. I'm accountable how I spend my wages. I'm accountable for my life in my home. I'm accountable for the food. You are accountable for everything, and they should be transparent. How? How did you spend it? Show us a receipt. Show us where the money was paid. When we see all these investors being loaded up, given up, it's not very nice. So accountability is going to be a key area. We are not going to be accountability like NRM government is prepared to give accountability to IMF. IMF lying. No, we are going to be accountable from 1 to 100. We are not going to have something bigger than the other. We need to be accountable, we like it or not. Fellow Ugandans, let's get in the habit. We ditch that customary celebration. After 59 years, ask yourself, what have you got? We shouldn't even have independence. We should be mourning now. Museveni should resign and start being in power 35 years. There is nothing to celebrate. I quit. That is what we can celebrate about. We can celebrate about change of government. For 59 years, we have never seen a peaceful transfer of power. What can we celebrate about? The shilling is highly inflated. Abana, they are not going to school. Now we are having teenager pregnancy. It's getting higher and higher. The parliament doesn't fit any purpose. And the population is getting so big. And we don't have any precautions. We don't have any initiative. So fellow Ugandans, we celebrate. I don't know what to celebrate. There is nothing to celebrate. Trust me or not. And accountability, everybody will be accountable. They don't want to hear that. Everybody will be accountable in the right way. The president of Zambia, I can't say his name, is HH. The president of Zambia is not beating people, putting them, but he's gonna put them, or they will be accountable. But first of all, he had to restore the peace. And the peace, the love in Zambia is there. And then the law will take its place. Judiciary will take its place. Imagine how many jobs we are going to create in a judiciary. We are going to create loads and loads of things. So we have to ditch that customary celebration because it's not getting us anywhere. Otherwise, it's keeping us with the old Uganda. But we have a new Uganda. New Uganda waiting. Allow me to speak about Comrade Olivia Rutaya. She was taken to prison about 6 months ago. She was lied. Somebody used her phone, come and make a statement. When she got there, she was grabbed. She did not have a chance to say goodbye to her family, to her children. She has got 2 children. They are suffering. And any child without their mother will be lost for a place. Fathers, they are very good. But I add on to all the prisoners, NUP prisoners, I call for their release as soon as possible. It's good news. Seru Nkrumah was released. It's good news that the parliament raised that issue. So we are heading in the new direction. Even though things they don't look, but we have eaten up a ground. When you watch the parliament, when you watch the response, it's quite very, very good. Yeah, thanks, Pam. I can't pronounce. I know that I can't pronounce his name, but that's why I call him HH. HH, my fellow Ugandans, my fellow homeless. Thank you for watching me. You humble me a lot. Thanks for your precious time. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for following. But I leave you with the good news. We have a new Uganda waiting. Thank you for everybody for hosting me on your platforms. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow and have a nice day. Today is the 8th. I think it's 8th of October. Yeah, tomorrow is 9th. So Tadiuti, people power, our power, NUP everywhere, NUP. I like that word.